I just got off a call with a friend of mine who coaches men to be their absolute best. He's amazing at it. He's built a very successful business and a lifestyle that most of us could only dream of. He's extremely talented. He asked me a question about one of my goals. Now, one of my goals is to be able to speak conversational Spanish within 90 days. And now I just want to be able to have a basic conversation in Spanish, and I'm far from that goal. And we were talking about this and kind of joking, as we often do. I asked him what other languages he speaks. And then his response was really interesting, and one that I'm going to share with you. His response was, you know what, Doug? My girlfriend and I, we tried to learn Italian, but it didn't work out. And so, of course, I asked more. Well, what happened? Well, we hired a coach, he went on to tell me, and it just wasn't structured the right way, and the coach was kind of new at it, and yeah, he spoke Italian, but we just didn't really learn anything, so I just gave up on it. And I found that to be very interesting, because oftentimes, how often do all of us start a goal, hit one roadblock, and then just give up on it, rather than using our resources or our resourcefulness? See, I found this with Spanish. I recently relocated to Bend, Oregon. That's where I'm filming this right now. Now, here in Bend, it's beautiful, but there's not nearly as many Spanish speakers as where I'm from natively in Southern California. So it's very easy for me to make an excuse. Now, back where I grew up and back where I lived, many of my friends speak fluent Spanish. But here in Bend, I don't know people who speak Spanish. There aren't as many Spanish-speaking natives here, so it's hard for me to find people to have a conversation with. Very easy for me to give up. So what I did was something very different. I went online. And I hired a Spanish coach. And more than that, I came up with a structure for the program. I hired a woman named Anna. Anna's amazing. She lives in Brazil, and she's been coaching Spanish for over a decade. Now, as I related this story to my friend, you could just see visually his face open up at the possibilities and perhaps the opportunities that he had missed out on. So what I did was just something, I took a little shift and became resourceful. And with Anna, I talked to her, and the more and more I talked to her, I realized that I was able to leverage geo-arbitrage and pay Anna a very good wage. I pay Anna $8 an hour to teach me Spanish. She's a professional with a master's degree in teaching foreign languages and tons of experiences. And as I talked to Anna about her career and what she did, I found that by teaching Spanish to foreigners, she made double the average salary that she would at home. So she was able to take care of her family and live a very, very good life on her own terms. I also found that listening to audiobooks in Spanish, listening to Spanish music, I went out and I actively seek out Spanish speakers. I call up my friends and annoy them to the ends to get them to speak Spanish to me and try to let me speak my Spanish to them. It always results in comedy. But see, my friend, who's an amazing coach, he didn't take it to that next level, which got me to thinking, where do all of us in our 5 to Thrive, in our mind, in our body, in our soul, in our relationships, in our business, do we have a goal and hit one roadblock and make an excuse? Maybe it's, I'm not going to get as fit as I want to because, the gym's too expensive, or it's too far away, or, I need new running shoes, or I'm not quite there yet. Rather than being resourceful and coming up with ways to get to our goals. So I'm going to ask you this, because I know it occurs for me. Where across your 5 to Thrive are you experiencing this, making an excuse rather than being resourceful and pushing yourself across that next line? Where are you falling just short because you're coming up with a barrier that makes it easy for you not to follow through? Write that down. Then what I want you to do is look at your journal in your 5 to Thrive and look at these areas that you've made these excuses. I know I have mine, and I'm sure you have yours. Where are you in these areas, and what can you do right now, in this very moment, to take action, to take a next step? Is it signing up for a sports league? Is it simply getting your clothes ready for a workout? Or even better, is it putting your clothes on right now rather than waiting tomorrow and going out for a walk, a run, going to the gym, calling a friend, telling somebody that you love them? What can you do right now in this moment to take action and eliminate the excuses and utilize your resourcefulness? That's it for me today. As always, go to authorofyourownstory.com where you can get more tips, tricks, and insights from industry experts all over the world, helping you up-level your 5 to Thrive and become the author of your own story.
I have a question for you. What if you could transform your life for the better in just 90 days? Would you do it? Our 90-Day Game is an online program and community created for people like you who are ready to make a shift and take those dreams and goals they've been talking about for years and turn them into a reality within 90 days. Go to authorofyourownstory.com/90-day-game and turn your goals into reality. And don't forget to be the author of your own story.